All right, welcome back to the broadcast. This is NTV Tonight on this budget day. Now, President William Ruto's administration on Thursday, which is today, unveiled fresh cost-cutting measures in that ambitious International Monetary Fund-backed reforms aimed at ensuring the country starts living within its means in 3 years. The 3.92 trillion expenditure estimates for the upcoming financial year from July represents a marginal rise of 1.82% of an estimated 3.84 trillion budget for the current year, ending this month. Well, here are some key insights that may have passed you in the 2024-2025 budget statement.
The slowed rise in the budget is the slimmest the country has witnessed in recent history, signaling a break from the past decade where expenditures have largely grown faster than taxes. For example, total public expenditure has on average grown by 8% in the last 5 years. The projected cuts in expenditure, complemented by painful taxation measures, point to brutal budget cuts in administration and maintenance of public offices, as well as remuneration for workers in the year starting July. While addressing the nation on Thursday, Treasury Cabinet Secretary Njuguna Ndung'u said that the enforcement of the bold measures will place the country towards a path of a balanced budget. A balanced budget will mean keep borrowing at bare minimals, something the country has failed to achieve in the past, including President William Ruto's first full financial year in power ending this month. Majority of Kenyans who rely on public transport are now set for tougher days ahead upon implementation of the new tax, given that operators of buses and matatus will transfer the new tax burden to passengers. A 33-seater bus that is currently going for 6.6 million shillings will attract 165,000 shillings, while owners of the 51-seater units that cost 8.5 million will pay 212,500 shillings. Owners of second-hand cars will only pay lower for the tax if valuation of their units fall. On the other hand, owners of high-end vehicles will pay upwards of 400,000 shillings for the annual motor car tax after the Treasury made a U-turn and removed the cap of 100,000 on the proposed tax. This means that owners of high-end units like the Land Cruiser models that cost upwards of 15 million for the new ones will pay 420,000 for the tax.
In order to continue supporting the assembly of motorcycles in the region, East African community ministers in this regard agreed to extend the duty remission on importation of raw materials for the manufacture of parts used in the assembly of motorcycles, including leaf springs and wiring harness. In addition, ministers agreed to extend duty remission for completely knocked down kits for assembly of motorcycles at the rate of 10%. Mr. Speaker, the growth of investment in metal and allied subsector has enhanced the capacity to manufacture various iron and steel products in the region. To safeguard the gains in this subsector, the ministers agreed to retain the duty rate at 35% with the corresponding specific rates for imported iron and steel products for a further 1 year. In order to promote and protect textile and apparel sector, which is one of the 9 bottom-up economic transformation agenda value chains prioritized in this budget, Kenya was allowed to apply a rate of 25% on selected fabric products with corresponding specific duty rates in order to curb undervaluation and under-invoicing of imported products.
It's not all doom, as mobile money services by cellular phone providers including Safaricom's M-Pesa are among the biggest winners from the budget statement, with the National Treasury having reversed its move to raise excise duty on mobile transfer agencies from 15% to 20%. The Exchequer took an about turn on the 2024 Finance Bill proposal with the goal of retaining gains made in the payments ecosystem.
To create a level playing field and to achieve the intended purpose, I propose to expand the scope of this tax to include fees charged on internet and social media advertisements. Mr. Speaker, in order to enhance the administrative efficiency in the issuance of excise licenses to persons dealing with excisable goods or services, I have proposed an amendment to provide for issuance of licenses within 14 working days upon receipt of all required valid documents by the Commission.
Telco giant Safaricom argued that the rise would erode gains made in financial inclusion while opening the door to black market money transfer options, which would hurt tax collection efforts. Nina Shaban, NTV.
All right, thanks.